On your mark, get set, go.
Alright, welcome back. So this is the Gauntlet match. This is my first stage. Basically, all these stages, you gotta carry something, shoot some stuff, and carry it back. So let's see how this goes. This is a 100-pound sandbag. Just gotta get it over the line and get into the shooting area here. I chose to go rifle first. You have a plate rack, a static steel, and then a rifle spinner. So pretty quick work on that plate rack. Now we'll move to the spinner. It took me a minute to kind of get my perception of how that thing looked down. The dust and the light was creating some kind of interesting visual effects, but I think we did okay on this spinner. Now we'll transition over to pistol. Definitely shot pistol a little too aggressively coming across, that we'll see here in a moment.
Over. 155.66.
So stage one, another carry things, shoot things, carry things again stage. This stage started out with pistol to get those bars across the start-stop line there. Finishing over pistol, and I'm trying to make sure that I'm not forgetting any targets. Those two barrels there kind of hid some of them, so wanted to make sure I didn't leave any of those small steel standing. That would be a pretty significant penalty. So the shooting in this match, not super complicated, but just enough that some good stage planning would help you kind of set yourself apart as far as placement. Coming off that obstacle, transitioning over to rifle, you'll see I'm using a 40-round PMAG with a +5 extension. All these targets, I'm using my 12 o'clock red dot, and then I'll dip down into my Night Force NX8 for some of these farther shots. I chose to shoot in the standing off the tank trap. I thought that was a lot quicker. I felt very stable. You'll see here I shot just fine, going from about 100, 200, 300, all the way out to 400 yards on those steel targets. As I'm running down here trying to be hyper efficient, some low steps, and I trip on the stick there, kind of break my kneecap, but I'm good. Shoot my Chambers Custom Light Fighter, compensated 2011, really the easiest gun to shoot. Using MBX mags for this, so I almost always started with the 170mm magazine, which holds about 29 rounds of 9mm, so really kind of shooting on easy mode with the pistol. For this match, it's pretty critical what we're going to shoot when. So I got 16 rounds of 55 grain at the top of the magazine. So that way, when I come across to shoot the steel, I got 30 rounds or so of 77 grain on top, waiting for me in that magazine. everyone wants to talk more about the NX8, but I think we're doing okay with it. Here I come down the hill. See me first-person view, crash out at the finish here. Oh, nice.
Ready. Are you ready? Yes. Ready, set, go!
Little jungle run here, using my 12 o'clock red dot for everything in here, and I have my NX8 on about 2 power for the plate rack at the very end. I thought that was a good balance. Definitely like having 2 optics on the rifle to have that quick versatility between target types.
Coming back! Coming back!
Pretty easy obstacle here is just jump over that, scale the wall. Big thing with the wall is kind of getting your chest over. No big deal there. I always stay low over the wall and go through this pipe, keep your rifle in a good position. And then lastly, we'll climb the ladder to the top of this vehicle and engage everything with pistol. Nothing too crazy as far as pistol shooting up here. Some close paper and some steel. Again, not really wild stage planning, but you do need to be able to know how to shoot. And then now we'll dismount this safely and get across the finish line.
Attaboy. Time!
Shooter, are you ready?
Yes.
Ready, set, go.
This was a pretty light tire. I think we probably should use the heavier one for the heroic division, but no big deal. Kind of a basic USPSA style stage here with a pistol spinner. I was able to get that pistol spinner over pretty quickly, just by having some quick splits on the bottom of the spinner. Then a quick kettlebell farmer carry down the hill into the rifle bay. There were a few distinct positions as far as shooting in here, so this was pretty simple, I thought, as far as rifle engagement. I try to go to basically the corners, engage them as you see them. There was one target you could see from 2 positions. You'll see me kind of double take as to avoid shooting that twice. Just come through the finish line here. I always try to set the weights down politely. I think that's the right thing to do. And the staff here we can see was great.
Ready, set, go.
So 2 paper on the left. The score on paper was just 2 anywhere. So you could really shoot kind of aggressively without much consequence. And then we'll see, I'll try and give the spinner a little start. Here's the top, and the bottom, and keep on feeding it there until it gets over.
Clear.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, man.
This was one of the few times I used my NX8 on 1 power during this match. Everything was going to be in here, so I wanted to have kind of the optimum shooting position for those no shoots. If you don't switch back and forth, use the primary optic. It's called the primary optic for a reason. You don't need to always default to your red dot. I would argue if you're shooting a LPVO and you never put it on 1x, you probably don't need a LPVO.
Over. Solid work.
Thank you.
Very nice time, my friend.
Thank you.
I've always said kind of tongue-in-cheek that the rope climb is a test of the ability to follow directions. So you get a good bite with your feet on the bottom, climb a little bit, bring them up, and just keep doing that. This is not a very strenuous event, but I think a lot of people just lack the technique. From here, we go right into a pistol shoot. This was all strong hand only while holding the bag, except for kind of the final targets, which are painted blue. You could use 2 hands on those. So kind of just go through here very deliberately. Again, coaching is allowed actually in this kind of match, which is neat. So the staff is there trying to help you not gaff it up too poorly. So I did not think that this was super complicated, but it was definitely easy for some people, I think, to kind of forget a position for a target and then have it double back and forth within the shooting area. We'll see. Kind of come across here, and I'll engage that last target. Freestyle, because I gotta unload the gun anyway, so might as well have 2 hands on the gun. Nice click, no bang. Of course, the last target. Get my hit, just only to reload it. Now we'll move it back to where we started before we transition over to rifle. So you have 15 rifle paper, 3 steel. So we'll shoot all these paper with the top-mounted red dot, then come across and shoot the steel as they appear with 1 hit per. There we go. Back to the red dot, shooting across on paper and steel. And then we'll just wrap up here, shooting smooth, getting a nice bolt lock on the last hit. Very nice situation, and cross the finish line. Overall, great match, great staff. I think Chris Hutcherson has something really special going on with who runs the matches and just the overall shooting community. They got a team event and a championship coming up. So if you can make them, I would highly recommend it. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments. Thanks.